There she is. Just overall not a fan. They are police lights. This is my 7th cup. Everything's fine.
I always know how to work it, and you know that I'm worth it.
I can't even smell myself anymore because I'm that gross.
I'm serving it up. Everybody looking cause I'm swerving it up. They just wanna feel, they just want us to love. Once they get a taste, shit, they can't get enough. Who's that girl? Who's that fine lady? Make me wanna spin, make me wanna go crazy. Wanna be my friend, wanna be my
Double?
baby.
Son! I had a kid! Did anybody see you drive? Oh my God.
Just over a year ago, Bells finished her through hike of the Australian East Coast entirely connected on foot. So given her experience with not just a long-distance expedition, but documenting it and managing a lot of behind the scenes, Bells is about the only person alive who's qualified to come and walk with me. And for that exact reason, she hired a van. Because unlike anyone else, she also knows that that's exactly what I needed. Let me explain. I'm in Mexico, and thanks to a bunch of delays, I'm nowhere near the USA, which is where I had planned to be by now. And that means I'm entering into a desert in summer, again, which is something I swore I would never repeat, but here we are. Hiking day in and day out means I have built up a lot of endurance to sustain back-to-back days, and when people come to walk with me, generally they fall unwell because of the endurance or the climate that I'm passing through, which they've just not been able to acclimate to the way that I have. So when someone asks to join me, it usually means my progress will be slowed, and then I have to worry about my visa running out or running late for a difficult climate, which is the situation that I'm in right now, and why I usually decline if someone asks if they can come and join me, especially if they can't speak Spanish, because then I need to worry about more than just my personal security, and the weight of responsibility becomes a burden. So understanding all of that, rather than asking to walk with me, Bales offered to drive a support vehicle and help me catch up on some of the distance I'd fallen behind on. And that's exactly how we came to share this part of the journey together.
There she is. Oh my God!
So, first things first, we did a quick Mexican culinary introduction. And after some town time together, Bales organised a camper for us to use. We picked it up and we're ready to go, and then I made a major faux pas. I'm in the car with Bales. She's driving. At some point I've lost my passport, and I just feel so stupid right now because I'm always so careful with it. And I'm tired, and it's so frustrating that something like this. Anyway, we're going to go to the bus stop, check in with the bus people, and then start calling around, but I just can't think of when. But I've lost my passport. I've just found my passport. She hasn't given it to us yet, but it's in the drawer, and I almost jumped over the desk. I'm like, give it to me now!
Oh my God!
How did that happen? It's Bailey's fault, basically.
I blame me too. I'm a bad egg.
That's sorted. The plan was for me to head off early in the mornings, and Bales would meet me incrementally, prep food, and keep me on the trail for as long as possible throughout the day. All I would have to worry about is walking enough kilometres each day while having a much easier time of it.
Big wave, big wave. Say wave.
Puffing my way up this hill, and I have runners in front of me, being enthusiastic. I just ran for a couple of kilometres. Let's be real, probably not even one. With the women, there's 3 men and a bunch of ladies, and they run and they collect rubbish along their way. They do that every Sunday, just as a nice friendly group. But they're running up this hill that I've been climbing. So we walked and talked for a bit, and then we ran and talked, and then I was like, I gotta stop, or I'm gonna have no energy. How cool, look at them all.
Desde el centro. Foto. Es video. Es un video. I see a walker. I see a walker and a dog. Excuse me, I'm a little bit lost. Can you point me in the way of Mexico City?
Just that way.
Oh, just up here? Cool, no problem.
Not very far, just keep going.
Just keep going. It's not far at all.
Okay, so Wombat has decided that he wants
Usually when I say see ya to Wombat, he comes running after me, worried. This time, he just went straight back to the car.
Hasta luego. Look at him. He's like,
Traitor.
he's like, look, Mum, this Uber service is not going to be here for long, and I'm going to capitalize on it as much as I can.
Silly. He's like, you always come back.
I know you'll always be back, Mum. Oh my God. All right, back to fun auntie duties.
Bailey is off to do a bushwee because we have hit some major roadwork issues, and they're going to have to wait until the truck is allowed through for her to move the car. I'm not sure I got enough video to fully capture the chaos that was those roadworks in passing.
400 meters of us just being like, fuck. It was, so to explain, right? So we've got this van and
Keep going, I'm in the sun.
okay, sorry, keep going.
What, can you not talk and drive, Bales?
No, I can't. You know I can't. So there's a stretch. They're doing roadworks, and to their credit, they are making roads with hand cement, which is pretty incredible. But there's all these piles of big rocks and dirt, and then little pebbles, and they covered it. And it was like, because we don't have any suspension on this car, we'd have to get out and shovel rocks and shovel dirt like every 5 to 10 meters. And it doesn't sound as chaotic as it was, but it was like super, super chaotic.
Incidentally, we were told not to go until about 4 o'clock when the men had finished. But one of the guys was like, you can go now, and he's not the boss. So the boss then came to me at the end and was like, I told you not to go until later. And I was like, oh, one of the mentors said we could go.
And we listened like idiots. Anyway, we made it through, everything is fine, and now we're off again. Like, I've already got so much to do, and helping gringers with their van was not a part of it.
They're literally running as they worked.
It was amazing, but we did it!
We're out, and now we're on our way to a river.
Oh, is that better? Oh, you're so clever. You're not getting back in the van. You made it back into the van. You won.
Good morning. I'm just making it to sunrise. The moon is still up in the sky. Where is it? There. I'm looking forward to Bailey finding me this morning. Yesterday she made me a coffee. I was pretty stoked. And today I'm doing pretty well, but I also am very much looking forward to, it's going to be downhill again in like 600 meters, and I'm going to have a snack and enjoy the view. How beautiful is that?
Is that nice? You found it!
Went to a municipality today to ask them about an area that's in conflict, and they said I could go through, but they don't recommend it because there are active fighting in there, firearms and everything. So some people were pretty casual. They're like, yeah, you can go through. But the guy with the walkie-talkie in the municipality, I mean, he's worried because I'm a woman, which I've had before, and been able to pass without a problem, but with other people. So I can see, I want to go this way. I can see the roads. That's my trail. But instead, I'm going to go completely in a different direction, which will just mean an extra 25 kilometers in the long run. It's beautiful, beautiful area. It's a shame that it's just not 100% safe to go through. This is the trail entry, which I'm not doing. But actually, I'm having such a good time hanging out with Bailey that I don't even really care because we're really doing big numbers. If she can organise food and go ahead for me, it just cuts down so much time I waste every day sorting out logistics. And so it's not even, I don't think we're going to even notice these 25 kilometres. I know it's, normally I walk 30 in a day, but the other day I did 50. So hopefully we can just have a big day tomorrow, get ahead and not need to worry about skipping this section.
So for the first time on this journey I've gone, is this crazy? Am I doing something crazy? It's like meeting a friend in Mexico and driving a sport vehicle through the desert, even though you aren't a fantastic driver and it's the opposite side of the road. Other than that though, I think things are going pretty well. Whoa.
I don't know what the temperature is. It is hot, and we have 2 hours more of walking in this direction. We got 50 kilometers to cover today, because we need to get to a town where we're going to stay. So Bailey's trailing me pretty closely so I can get these distances done in between the hours. I got to a gate this morning where there's a chain and I could have skipped over it, then Bailey would have had to have gone around. And while I was sitting there trying to find out how she could go around and making sure that I can continue, a group of police arrived in the dark, all with big guns. But I seem to be used to that now, because when they got to me, I said, "Oh, are you guys looking for me? Or are you passing through?" And they said, no, we're just passing through. But what are you doing?" And I explained, and I told them about my predicament, and they're like, "Oh, no, it's fine. We can open the gate at 8 for you." So that cost me 3 hours, because I got up at 2 this morning to start at 3, or yeah, got up at 2:30 to start at 3. And because we've lost the hours, and then they explained to me that we can't really camp anywhere except in the next town, that meant that I do have to do a 50-kilometer day. So Bells is hanging out really close by, and I am walking as fast as I can to buy more break time each time I stop, which is basically I need to walk another 7 hours. Probably another 8 hours to get into this town. So we're doing 8 hours in 1 hour blocks with 10-minute breaks in between, which doesn't really equate, but we'll get there.
Do you ever get that feeling like you're being watched? Go, let's go!
Bailey's just giving me the briefing on where the next insecure area is. And she's like, so we don't have to worry about it, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, except for the one that we're currently in.
But
we've got permission to be in here, so
yeah, we've gone the good way.
we're feeling okay. We just have to stay together and not dilly-dally.
And also coyotes.
Not a cup of coffee?
Yeah. This is my 7th cup.
Bailey's been meeting me every 5k to give me water and a little bit of something to drink, which has been great. And it's great that they let us through, because for a little bit they're like, "No, you have to go take your car around. Oh, but it's not really safe. You can't stop that way because there are bandits on the road. So probably it's best that you both go together this way," which is what I wanted to do in the first place. But we went around and around having the same conversation, and then they asked me, "Oh, are you with someone that speaks better Spanish than you?" And I'm like, "No, I'm sorry. Bells doesn't speak any Spanish. She's just starting to learn with some tapes while we're here, and she's doing a great job at navigating the day-to-day stuff, actually. But I really hope that she picks up the language after this trip, because she's just got a natural finesse for it. But anyway, finally we understood each other, and we came back up, and at 8 o'clock they went and opened the gate for us. And Bales was like, "You should have just gone. You should have snuck on. I would have worked it out." But no, we've got to be sure, that we're both on the same page. And anyway, here I am, busting my butt to try and get forward far enough today, because this area is a little bit political. There have been fights between the two different municipalities, and so we can't really camp in here tonight. I have to get to the other side.
So one of my favourite bits about hiking and being outside and travelling is that I haven't showered in 4 days. My hair is not brushed. I can't even smell myself anymore because I'm that gross. My brain is like, everything's fine. So Wombat just hitchhiked again. And if you think that a dog can't hitchhike, he definitely can. This one is so bright. So Lucy was walking in front and I've come up behind. He's noticed that the van is my van. And he then stops right in the middle of the road so you can't get around him. And then when you slow down enough, he comes to the door and jumps up on the door. He's like, hello, hello, kind traveller, can you give me a lift? So then I have to stop the car, get out and put him in his back space. And he's so ready to go. He just knows the system. And you just watch Lucy just go, oh, whatever. Also, can I express something that's just driving me mental? So you talk to locals and you're like, hey, is this road okay for a van? And they're like, yep, you can drive around the mountain system. And you're like, yeah, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, of course you can. And then you talk to another 10 people and they all give you this advice. And then you can't see how bad this is through the video, but like it's massive, like potholy things. And I'm already out here. I'm like 20 kilometers deep into a 50 kilometer drive. So there's no option but to go forward. And it's like, you just can't trust that their perception of good and your perception of good are the same thing, because they are definitely not. Anyway, that's my rant. Thank you for listening. So natural. Do you ever meet other lunatics and like it just makes your heart squeeze because, you know, you just cut from the same cloth? You're different, but it's just such a nice feeling knowing that there's other absolutely mental people out there like Lucy. I'm literally trying to film while driving a minivan through the mountains of Mexico and she's like, I'm walking the length of the world. And just our crazies match and it's a beautiful thing.
I've been running a lot today to try and catch up on kilometers and minutes. So anytime there's a slight downhill, I'm just trying just to run a little way. And it's working. I've been averaging out my kilometers to about 10 minutes a kilometer, and even faster sometimes. So it looks like we're going to get into this town, which I really didn't think would happen for a while there. But I've just got 2 stints left and we're done. It means we'll get in at like 5, but still, that's a decent time to get set up for camping and everything. Okay, gotta concentrate.
Now, Wombat, when I said I was getting a van to help out Lucy, I don't think we all expected how much you would enjoy the van. He also does this thing where he holds the pillow when I'm driving. Well, the roads are pretty dicey over here, but he like full snuggles the pillow between both his paws and holds it.
Did you ever stack Womsy?
She's so crazy!
Are you holding on for dear life? Oh, snooks.
I'm in town. Now I just need to find Bales and see if we can find somewhere to park the car for the night.
Is that Mom? She has done 50 kilometers plus through these crazy mountains. I think she ended up getting like 1,500 meters in elevation. Big fist pump in the air, 50k done. Still going.
Bales and I had a really big day yesterday and made it into town, but we were both so tired. All we could think about was finding somewhere to camp and have time to make food before going to bed. We're going to bed at about 7 o'clock so that I have enough sleep to be able to wake up at 2:30. But last night, just as we were getting to sleep, we were told to park on a basketball court and a bunch of kids came and started playing basketball. And so we had to move the car. Anyway, after several big days, we'll see how we go today, but it should be a straightforward day. We just have a little bit of research that we need to do, just to make sure we're not about to pass through another area of conflict. When Bailey leaves.
I didn't choose to go in the van. I was just surprised you weren't there.
Yeah.
I'm not picking you up. You have not walked enough today. Go and find Mum. I'm not getting you today. No. One back. Where's Lucy? Go get loose. One back. Okay, folks, this is what we have. It is a hitchhiking blue heeler. Basically, he stands in the middle of the road and then waits for me to open my doors. He's keeping an eye out for Lucy though, just in case Mum comes back. No, what are you doing? He's gonna go find her. So I've just refused His Majesty, a hitchhike lift, and now he's running back to Mum, and he's not impressed. Not impressed at all that I turned him down. I refused his Uber. I was like, nah. Alrighty. Oh, darling. You sure you don't want to go walking? He's like, that'd be good for you.
Bells and I are driving out towards a town we weren't planning on walking through, but I've just gotten to the next area where we were worried about conflict, and they've said that we can't drive through or walk through. Apparently cyclists do go through, but they're like, it's really, we don't recommend that you go. So now I'm going to be adding an extra probably day and a half. I'll have to have a look at the map onto the walk. You know, just another day, but it's just a 3 kilometre stretch as well. That is the dangerous part, so it's super frustrating, but also it's like, well, in the grand scheme of things, it's nicer to be safe than to have to worry about it. And so that's what we're doing. We're going to come in, enjoy some food, and make a party of it.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, we are. When life gives you lemons, buy one. Right here we have the plate of meat and the soup. You walked 40-something kilometers today and you're like, I'm having a soup. And I'm like, I'll get that thing. Gets cactus and meat. Perfect.
Sale todo ahí y así chiquitito.
¿El nombre de este festival?
Es o pregúntele aquí.
So they're just explaining that it's their Saint Day. It's pretty great. I think also most towns, since I'm just making sweeping generalizations, also have a brass band. Even Bailey agrees with me. She has seen more brass bands probably here in Mexico than in her entire life. I should point out that she's only been in Mexico. Another firework. I think she's only been here in Mexico for just over a week now, so that's saying something. Anyway, here's the little town now, and everyone's waiting for the procession. Oh, and there are traffic jams. Bells is gonna take a while to catch up to me. ¿Puedo mover? ¿Puedo mover cuando hay otros carros? Bueno, I just got distracted chatting to all the police and hanging out with the community people and setting off fireworks that I missed my turn and have now done an extra 3 kilometers. Yay, she found me. So pleased. She's just going to find a shady spot so I can rest in the shade and have a drink of water.
So Lucy just had to tell a priest that
He's not a priest, he's a neighbour.
Oh, no way. Then we had to go to bed and he had to leave us alone. So now, out of spite, he's ringing the bell and playing music. And we're like, trying to get ready for bed. How long do you reckon it'll last?
All night. Probably he's doing it so that we don't, you know, so that we can feel at home when really we just want some peace and quiet.
Silence, just to be left alone and some quiet.
Should have kept walking until we found a spot.
That was in the bushes. Oh well. And it's a very loud manual bell too. But the thing is, when he rang it last time, he was staring. He was like staring at us as he was ringing it.
Do you mean to do yours for you? Tenemos que buscar para más botellas de gas lo que va a funcionar. You ready?
Yeah. It's so pretty. Oh, me? Oh, this? Oh, me?
Oh.
Hello, happy man. We are. He doesn't want to leave me.
Is that your Bailey?
It is. I'm back with the van. Did you have fun walking? Like to live? Wait, you want to get in this car? All right, 1 second.
You wanna get in? He's like, what's this? Oh. Okay, get up.
Taking one passenger.
Okay, up.
This Uber has a no smoking policy or vapes. We don't accept either. Cool. I love you, but I'm not giving you my lunch. Outside or yeah, is that okay?
It's 5:30 in the morning and it's a Sunday and the church is playing a sermon and the priest is singing into the microphone, which is projecting right across the whole town. It's actually kind of really cool. So we are sitting in, well, I've got Wombi in here because he's been a good boy, and this street dog has been harassing us while we're trying to make some hot chockies for Lucy. And honestly, probably the biggest danger over here is these guys, because there's just like stray dogs everywhere, and some are fine and then some are like very aggressive and will have goes at people and cars. And he doesn't look like super aggressive, but he has been here for like half an hour just doing that and circling the car. Dude, it's unnecessary. We're all good. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Ándale. Cierra la puerta. Toma las fotos.
Okay, just a little update while I'm driving. As you can probably see, the lights that are flashing off my face, they are police lights. It is 4 o'clock here in this village, and there has been some like conflict and crime, and there's like some cartel sort of activity around this area. And the people have still been lovely, but we went into this municipale, I think that's how you say it, but it's basically like the police station and where the president works from, and like they have a rotunda. Anyway, we stayed there, and they've just said like this stretch is a bit dodgy. We're gonna give you an escort. And so this morning we've got like these crazy armed, like the guns here are huge, and there are these armed police officers that are giving, I don't know whether you can see her there. So Lucy's up ahead, she's walking, we've got the police truck that is tailing her, and I'm tailing the police truck. So this is just our morning, and I just like, Lucy is so organized and stuff because she speaks Spanish, and you know, this is why we stop in every single town and we talk to the officials there and the council, being like, what's ahead, is it safe, blah blah blah, for opportunities like this where people will actually help us out if it's not safe. So it's wild, and this is like just her bread and butter, you know, this is just something that she just knows and accepts about her journey, that like there are going to be patches that aren't super safe. Like, she's just amazing. So yeah, look, I'm in complete awe of this woman and how she just navigates with such just like grace and humility, and like she's just unreal. Oh, this has opened my eyes up. Don't get me wrong, walking the East Coast was hard and stuff, but like there just was never any of this stuff because you know, we're very lucky in Australia that everything is so beautiful and safe most of the time. Anyway, this is just stuff she has to navigate pretty regularly, and I am just like bewildered that I'm a part of it, and I can't speak any Spanish, so like just they talk at me and I'm like, see. Anyway, okay, that's my morning. See you guys. It's just coming on to daybreak, and we're still going. I've been going for 2 hours straight. I'm near 10k, and we're just passing the turn off that I was originally going to take until we found out that it's just too dangerous. So now this is the beginning of our diversion. I'm so grateful to have police really support me in every country, to get me through areas that are just beyond my my security threshold. And thank fuck it's downhill from here. Down all the mountains. Sorry, gotcha. I'm sorry, what? Who said that? I did. My bad, just swear in the car. So fine. She's so fine. We've got a police car in front of us. She's getting escorted. You shouldn't be riding shotgun. She's okay. She's so fine. And she's running like a lunatic. I know. Is that the bit that's freaking you out, that she's running? Hey, it's alright, you're here with me. And besides, you wanted to hitchhike. Can't have it both ways, buddy. A quick shirt change. Police are still with me, and we're just arriving into a municipality where we have to swap the escort, or at least try and get permission to come through. So the police have left us in the last town, which is what they were going to do, but the town where we passed wouldn't let us talk to anyone from the municipality. They just said it's safe for us to continue walking and that they don't want to help outsiders. Maybe it's because they're the town in between two towns that are fighting, and so that kind of makes sense to me that they wouldn't want to. But I've been asking nonetheless anyone that I pass, anyone that I talk to, if it's safe through here for us to be walking, and everyone seems to think it is. But nonetheless, because the story changed so much, we're really paying close attention to what we're doing. Probably though, we'll go straight through this next town and walk until I just can't anymore, and we'll go forward to the big town where it's fine, get a hotel, stay there, and then do an early morning run from wherever I get up to, because I think, frankly, what's the point in being worried? I'm going to have to be.
Bailey is still staying close though, just to be on the safe side. I mean, why wouldn't we? You've got this. I'm watching you. Remember that a taxi went through, it was lower. Just go nice and slow in low gear. You've got it, I can see you. Good job. Go, go, go. You.
I don't like four-wheel driving with four-wheel drive.
You may have another water section coming up too, but I think actually you've got to take a right that you're approaching now.
Hold on, I just need to pee. 1 second.
I guess I'll stop filming.
We're very lucky in Australia. You know, like, this is just something that Lucy just has to do when she's just running around and walking. And then you can see the sirens are flashing, the blue and red are flashing on my face.
Just nuts.
Crazy. Perfecto. Lucy Bernard, huge fan. 60 kilometres, how does it feel?
Like I'm ready for a beer.
I thought you were going to be like, because I want to do some more, and I want to be like, just throw in the phone and be like, get in the car.
Time to go.
Today is one of the most homesick days I've had in a long time. I'm in public, so I have to hold it together. But now that Bailey's left, I really feel I feel sad and also very demotivated to do anything. And this is the bottom side of having people visit who you get along with really well. It just makes me feel like, just makes me want to go home. And also I know that the next 3 to 4 months are going to be really, really hard, and it would be a lot easier if I had support, if I had someone to help me. I guess I'm feeling really overwhelmed and lonely and sad. Bailey, thank you so much for coming to walk with me. I think that we can both agree that it was a lot more than either of us anticipated. If you're interested in following Bailey, her Instagram page is linked in the description along with my Patreon page. Subscribers and those of you who can offer a super thanks, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me. As Bailey reminds me, this is as much of a head game as a physical one, and every little encouragement keeps me in it, so thank you. And again, thanks for watching when you get these notifications. If you need to escape the office but you can't leave your desk, I think we can all agree that you've come to the right place. Until next time, I'll see you out there.